Hello and welcome to Thrive at Home. My name is Sam.
Hi, I'm Kerri.
And today we're going to be talking about accepting influence. And that's accepting the influence of your spouse. How important is that?
It's very important. We recently went to a conference, a training by John and Julie Gottman, and we heard this concept and we thought, wow, we do that all the time, or sometimes we don't, but we do that all the time and hadn't actually put those words to it. So we just wanted to take a little moment and talk to you about accepting influence.
Yeah. And we often will see this even in session, right? Where you're saying something and then you're seeing this going on, where they're like elbowing each other and they're saying, yeah, see, I told you so. And it hit me that, like, how many times if we had just been able to listen to our spouse, because sometimes we're listening to other people, like we accept their influence into our life, but there somehow is this wall that we sometimes raise between us and our spouse. It's kind of crazy. So, and I'll just say this, that I recognize some things, okay, over 16 years, all right, that Kerri does better than me. But the problem is that in the moment, I can't remember that. And so I'm just resistant. Okay, it's my personality. Sometimes I'm just getting resistant. So, for instance, Kerri can see things that I can't see. All right, so when she sees, there's been houses that when we were looking at houses at one time, that I go, this place is a dump. This place is a dump. There's no way. And Kerri's like, no. And then later, some friends bought that same model or a very similar model, and we walked in and we're like, I'm like, this place is amazing. And Kerri's like,
yeah, I told you.
I told you so. Anyway, so man. Accepting influence. All right, well, here's another story. So I hate moving furniture. I hate it.
Yes.
And
He has said it many times.
I even said, hey, can we not spend our 3-day weekends, like every 3-day weekend, just rearranging the whole house? Well, guess what? A couple weekends ago, Kerri says, I think one of Jocelyn wants her own room. I'm like, oh, because I knew what that meant. That meant office is going away.
Yes.
And I'm like, where's this stuff gonna go?
Taking books off of bookshelves and moving beds.
This is a lot of work. We just did this.
To my defense, I did not ask him over July 4th weekend.
No.
It was not a holiday weekend. But yes. And so he was, as you can tell, he was resistant. He was, really digging in, dragging his feet. And we got to this particular Saturday, here we go, we need to move, and it was getting to be like 10 or 11 o'clock, and I'm like, the day's slipping away, and he was sitting on the couch, and so I just came and I just plopped myself down in the chair, and I was like, look, this is ridiculous. What you're doing is ridiculous. Our family's growing. Our family's changing. Yeah. Our kids are, one's in middle school, one's in elementary school. They need their own space, their rooms, their everything. And you're just going to have to grow up because this is probably going to happen again. Right?
Yes.
Isn't that what I said? Something like that.
And it reminds me, that hurts. Yeah. No, it's very true. All right, no, but the thing is, it reminds me of John Maxwell once said, a good decision yesterday isn't always the same. It's not the same. The decision today sometimes needs to be changed. And so, like going with the flow with that. So anyway, we get in, we dig this thing out, we do all this moving, and we get down to the end of the day. And the truth is that Kerri was right. And I got to thinking, wow, how much easier would it be for me to have said, you know what, babe, that's a good idea. It's a good idea because it's your idea. It's a good idea. We should do that. What would life be like if we were open? Because truly, right, two are supposed to do more than one. And I think sometimes two becomes less than one because we're actually like opposing forces rather than additive forces where you're seeing the things I can't see, and there's things I can see that you can't see, and if we're both accepting the influence of each other, we can go so much further.
Right.
So, anyway, that was my idea of accepting influence, and then I think the second thing is if you're the kind of person that needs the 2x4 between the eyes like I do occasionally, when you wake up and you realize, you know what, I was wrong. You know what? You look and you say, babe, that was a good idea. I'm glad we did that. Because then, the truth is, it opens up to new possibilities.
Right.
Our change of scenery right now is the result of having to do that. So.
Right. And I think for me, my side of this is just that accepting influence isn't necessarily bending over and taking it in the shorts. It's not that at all. It's about allowing each other and your own strengths and your own abilities to say the things that you see, and having the freedom to do that,
right.
and to have that be valid and valued right. and accepted by the other person, because that goes so much further in the happiness and harmony of the home and of your marriage, to be able to do that. And it's not that one person needs to be right and one person needs to be wrong. It's not about that, because accepting influence is you both win.
Right, you do.
You both had that feeling of, we solved it together, or right. whatever was going on, we did it together, and that feels good.
Yeah. All right, so practice these words. Honey, that was a great idea. Let's do that. All right, that was Accepting Influence. This is Thrive at Home. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.